This is Representative AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who showed up to the Met Gala, one of the most preposterous, frilly, silly events of the year, where people wear lots of silly sorts of outfits and they pay upwards of $30,000 a ticket and they go hobnob with very rich people. So AOC shows up and she gets the attention she craves and she wears a dress that says on the back of it, "Tax the rich," right over her derriere. You see, it's not on the front, it's on the back. "Tax the rich." And she coquettishly looks over her shoulder. Ah, yes, that'll show the man. She shows up to this very fancy event and says, "Tax the rich," right? So everyone's focusing on the hypocrisy. This is a wealthy woman who's showing up to a lavish party with all of her extraordinarily wealthy friends, and she says, "Tax the rich," right? And this is hypocritical, sure. But more offensive to me than the hypocrisy is the frivolity of it all. We are supposed to believe that this clown show, this bread and circuses, actually defines our politics. Oh, AOC, she'll show them. It's AOC versus the Republicans. Oh, who's gonna win? Oh, did you see what AOC tweeted? Oh, did you see what so-and-so tweeted today? In fact, it's just a performance. Whatever this woman does, some other silly woman showed up and said, "Equal rights for women," at the most establishment of the establishmentarian events of the year. This has very little to do with the way we're actually governed. This is a sideshow. This is a circus to keep us all entertained. So we root for AOC or we root against AOC and we all jibber jabber about the dresses. The way our government is actually run is that some bureaucrat that you've never heard of at like OSHA or at one of the alphabet agencies in Washington, D.C., just writes some regulation that you're almost certainly never going to hear about, and then that's going to have effects down the line on some business, and it's going to change the way that you interact with society. It's going to change the way the economy is run, and you're not even going to notice it because you're going to be focused on AOC's stupid dress. To me, that's what's so frustrating. It's so disrespectful, not that it's disrespectful that AOC is pretending to be this people's champion when she is the darling of the establishment at the Met Gala, $30,000 a ticket. But it's more offensive the lack of respect that these people in general have for the voters, for the American people, who are being denied our political rights, who are being deprived of our way of life, who can't even have faith in the integrity of our elections. But boy, do we have a good sideshow. When's the last time you think you had American meat? Chances are it's been way too long, much longer than you believe that you did. Did you know that over 80% of the grass-fed beef sold in the U.S. is imported from overseas? My friends, the Good Ranchers, have traveled the country on a mission to help the American family by working together with local farms and ranches and shipping straight to your door. GoodRanchers.com delivers American craft beef and better than organic chicken. They've got T-bones, fillets, strips, gourmet burgers, and more. And at half the price of online competitors, you get the steakhouse quality you deserve at a price every family can afford. Go to GoodRanchers.com/Knowles right now and you can save $20, or better yet, subscribe and save on each box of mouth-watering American meats that will show up right on schedule, right to your door. I love it, especially the burgers. Strongly recommend the burgers. They're very juicy, very delicious. Right now, get $20 off and free express shipping if you go to GoodRanchers.com/Knowles or use code Knowles at checkout. $20 off, free express shipping at GoodRanchers.com/Knowles. The other strange thing, not strange if you've been paying attention, about the Met Gala is that none of the people were wearing masks. AOC wasn't wearing a mask. Some other lady, I don't know a lot of these rich, fancy New York society types, a lot of famous politicians and actors and actresses there. None of them were wearing masks. Actually, the only people who were wearing masks were the help. It was the staff. All the staff that were waiting on the celebrities hand and foot, they had to wear masks to keep their filth away from the good, clean, beautiful, famous people, the ruling class. They don't want to get those nasty, icky germs from the yucky help. So the help wears the masks. The anointed ones don't have to wear the masks, even though we're living. Is it still the Delta that's surging, allegedly, or is it the Lambda now, or is it the Sigma? What is it? Is it? It's the 15th day to slow the spread, or it's the 570th day to? I don't quite remember. All I know is you filthy pigs need to keep your masks on to keep your yucky breath and germs away from us beautiful anointed people. Tax the rich. we're going to show them power to the people. What a joke. What a joke. What a bunch of clowns. I mean, they actually dressed up like clowns. And then they put on a big circus. And by the way, we fell for it. We're all talking about it. We sort of have to talk about it. But if I must talk about it, I do not want to talk about it from the shallow perspective that the ruling class wants us to. I at least want to lift back that curtain. I think so much of the past 4 or 5 years has been about pulling back that curtain. I'm so glad that you enjoyed that clip. I want you to enjoy the whole show. So head on over to The Michael Knowles Show at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play. Head on before you go vote again in California. I assume you've already voted once before. Someone voted for you. But before you go do it again, subscribe to The Michael Knowles Show. We'll see you next time.